Greetings and welcome to Cosmic Kev 100. Om, 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 Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha, Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha, Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Brahma Miristriparan Takare, Banusha Shiva Misita, Buddha Sha Guru Sha Shukra, Shani Rahu Keteva, Sarvigraha Shantikara Bhavantu. Om Hrim Gurave Namaha. Well, greetings, and I'm Cosmic Kev, and this is your weekly astro video zine where we take the houses, the planets, the signs of the zodiac, and we give you horoscopes according to your rising sign, then maybe your moon sign, then your sun sign if that's the only thing you know, according to the tropical astrology Western tradition. But I also throw in some Vedic astrology, sidereal astrology wisdom, because if you're looking in a telescope and you want to see this stuff, you're not going to find it generally, except for, a small percentage at the time in the Western constellations. So, looking at the sky today, we would see a waning moon in the constellation of Capricorn, and the part of Capricorn that the moon is in now is a lunar mansion known as Uttara Ashada, which is ruled by the sun. It's 1/4 Sagittarius, 3/4 Capricorn. And it really deals with universal truth. It's ruled by the Vishvadevas, and it's a sun-ruled nakshatra. So there's an element of service, there's an element of consistency, and it's really actually one of the best parts of the sky, from my own knowledge, for the moon to be in for this Friday. So that's good. In Western astrology, the moon's in Capricorn as well, and tomorrow and Sunday the moon's going to be in Aquarius, and then we'll have it go into Pisces in Western astrology on Monday. And so, with that said, we're just going to go sign by sign to your horoscope, starting with you, Aries. So, greetings, Aries, and welcome to your horoscope. So Neptune and Saturn are in the first house, and this placement is sort of like we have to be grateful for our spiritual blessings. It's also a sign, both of these are slower moving planets, and it's time to slow down. It's time to look at your spiritual values, Neptune. It's time to look at reality and facing debt, things you've owned, helping with older people, helping with people that have limits. This is the medicine for right now. For Aries, now, of course, Sun's in Gemini, that's ruling your third house, that's siblings, it's writing, it's working with your hands, it's neighbors, it's your environment, and how do you appreciate that? What are you doing with that? Are you making art? Are you expressing your communication in a good way? Right now, Mercury is in Cancer, and so is Jupiter. And this is the last week of spring, folks. This is the last week where the sun is growing in energy. Later on Friday, a little bit before sunset next week, we'll have the summer solstice. So in the northern hemisphere, that means we're having the longest days, and it's lovely. And Mars is going to move out of Leo into Virgo this week. So we go from a place of just kind of celebrating and being in our heart to a place of, wow, I got to get my stuff together here and be in better physical shape and do things to serve and help others. Greetings, Taurus, and welcome to your horoscope. Well, Gemini rules your second house, so that's like your mind on your money. Venus being in Taurus right now, things are a lot more beautiful, they're a lot more peaceful, you're feeling a little more satisfaction in your life, you're enjoying your female friends, and Mars is going to move into Virgo, so that's going to move into your fifth house. So if you have male children, you'll be paying more attention to them, And, the moon will be in your midheaven this weekend. And so, what you do for the public, how you help other people is going to be seen a lot. It's going to count more. I would pay attention to that. I would pay attention to family matters this week as well as financial ones. Greetings, Gemini, and welcome to your horoscope. So, happy birthday if you're a Gemini having a birthday this week. That includes a lot of people. So, first of all, I'm going to give a birthday shout out to my granddaughter Lavender, who's turning 12. And on today, which would be Friday, the 13th. And then I want to give a birthday shout out to my friend Sue in Flagstaff, Arizona, who's having a birthday. I believe she's turning 64 on the 13th. And to my niece Zoe, who I'm not sure, but I believe she's turning 26 tomorrow, so rather Saturday on the 14th. And of course our Commander-in-Chief, Donald Trump, it's his birthday too on the 14th. And Che Guevara, the revolutionary's birthday, is on the 14th. So they get a lot of varieties on people. This is why I say people don't weigh too much on sun signs. This is why it's important to know your rising sign and your moon. Otherwise, you don't know astrology really, and all Geminis are not. You know what I mean? As all Cancers are not, all Tauruses are not. All everybody's got their own flavor, and plus we all have every sign within us. It's just in a different house. So we're all everything, and Geminis kind of know that. It's a good time for you financially, actually, and it's a good time for you to make travel plans, maybe sell a vehicle this week as it comes down. It's kind of, intense today, but the weekend looks like a lot of fun for travel, and yeah, keep doing your thing. Well, greetings, Cancer. Welcome to your horoscope. And this is the last week of the sun being in your 12th house, so there's a lot of finishing things off. There's a lot of things closing, and, it's good to pay your debt so you have a fresh start as we come into your season. Now, you have both the intelligent planets of Jupiter and Mercury in your first house. So you're being gifted with revelations right now. I mean, answers to prayers are coming, and just keep on focusing on doing the God work, the higher work, and everything you will need is going to come to you. There's a lot of things in the public that you're dealing with. Mars moving into the third house helps with more courage and with travel and things like that. So I think this is going to be a good week for you in general. I mean, I'd say especially Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday will be the better days. Looking for Leo. Greetings, Leo. Welcome to your horoscope. And so this is the last week where you're going to have Mars in the first house. On Tuesday, it goes into Virgo. But since Mars is in the first house in both the sidereal zodiac and the western zodiac right now, it's no longer debilitated. So a lot of things are moving forward. Now, K2, the south node of the moon, is in Leo in Vedic astrology with Mars. They're not like conjoined each other, really close, but we're in a cycle for this year and a half where we really have to stay conscious. We really have to stay in with our spiritual life, and we really have to trust our gut feelings, because there's a lot of things that we're not going to see. We got to protect our head. We got to be, looking for things to come. I mean, I'll give you an example of this. I'm Virgo rising in Western astrology, Leo rising in Vedic, and I had a teenager on a bike hauling butt going underneath Rio Lindo Channel with his friend. I don't know if they were twins. They kind of looked alike, but I think they were teenagers, and he decided, instead of going in the right lane where he had plenty of room to pass me by, he just would stop in front of me and veer to the left, and ended up hitting me in my bike. And I got a little whiplash, but his bike ended up getting pretty wrapped up, I could see later on. And it's just stupid. It's like so many accidents can be avoided if we just practice patience and not foolishness, and so I'm just saying that to you, Leo. Just keep it chill. There's crazy stuff out there. Crazy people. Greetings, Virgo. Welcome to your horoscope. So, I mean, you're going to, by the end of this week, you're going to say, I've got the power. Don't you want to say that, Virgo? I've got the power. Just it sounds so fun. But you know, the really important thing, Virgo, is that we see the power of love is more important than the love of power. And that's where people are missing it in this world. That's where the politics, the protest, all of them are getting it wrong. We just got to be loving to these people. All of them. All of them. Loving the cops, loving the immigrants, loving the people born here, loving the people not born here. That's the answer. Love is the answer. Will always be the answer. Now, Mercury in Cancer is awesome for you because this is the 11th house. You're showing, you have friends that are coming by that are gifting you, that are helping you. This is so beautiful, and I'm so grateful for you. I would not be anywhere without people like you. And the sun this week is in sidereal Gemini, so it's in Gemini in both systems. So we're focused on the sacred marriage, you know, the couple getting together. In Vedic astrology, Gemini is the couple, and the man and the woman, you know. I know there's other kinds of relationships, and I mean, if they're love-centered, if they're Christ-centered, if they're God-centered, I can't really judge anybody about anything. Of course, there are scriptures that warn people about certain types of behavior. I'm not really dogmatic because, you know, some things kind of are mentioned more than other things. And the thing that's mentioned the most is to love those, and that God is love, and that we have to work on that kind of platform in order to get what we want in life. You know, I mean, having Saturn and Neptune in the 8th house, it's like practicing a spiritual discipline is essential. God loves you, you know, and you just got to keep returning to God every morning, every evening, every day, every hour, and that will help you navigate the next year and a half especially, as well as, you know, the next 20, 30 years. All right. Greetings, Libra. Welcome to your horoscope. You know, it's like time for travel, it's time for exploration, it's time maybe to go back to school, to get a higher degree, to resolve situations with your father that weren't good before. That's what's going on right now. Venus, Uranus in the 8th house. Boy, you know, there's a message here about playing and paying. And, you know, there may be things with your spouse or girlfriend or boyfriend going on that are just a little bit different, and you're not really in control of them, and you have to be okay with that. You know, with Venus in the 8th house, it's like pay attention to your spiritual life. Gemini is a good sign for you. Pay attention to your spiritual life. Give thanks for what is good and work on remedying what's not so good. Greetings, Scorpio, and welcome to your horoscope. So, Uranus and Venus in the 7th house. Well, you might have a surprising amount of inspiration when it comes to your love life and turning things around in your love life for the better. So I see something really positive and kind of sexy for Scorpio. Of course, Mars is moving into your 11th house this week. So a lot of that work responsibility is going to kind of ease off and wind down. It won't be so heavy upon your shoulders. And then we also have, this is a good weekend for kind of staying at home, you know, keeping close to family, working on those type of things. In the beginning of the week, you're going to feel better. You're going to, you know, your heart's going to be open, and you're just going to be really proud of yourself at what you're accomplishing. And that is good, because you need that, you know, and there's been some stress in your health, and, you know, and you just have to keep working on it, keep returning. And health involves all the things, the physical, the spiritual, and the mental, you know, as well as just good nutrition, you know. Make sure you're eating the right things, and just do a lot of release with the sun in the 8th house. It's transformation time, baby. All right, greetings, Sagittarius. Welcome to your horoscope. Gemini is your partnership sign, and focus on negotiations. Also, it's 10 houses away from the career house, the 7th house, so contracts with people, getting a new job, some of that could be going on as well. We have Moon in the 2nd house for Friday. Moon is in the 3rd house for most of the weekend, which is, you know, with Pluto, but, you know, there's going to be some positive change here. We can't go into this place of predicting gloom and doom all the time. Let's look for the love. Let's look for the helpers. let's stay away from the haters. There's way too much hate on all sides of the spectrum, and it's like that song, "Stop Children." What's that sign? What's that sound? Everyone, look what's going round. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. So that's it. And stay safe out there. Really, it's I mean, in the last 25 years, your profile as a demonstrator is really different than what it was, 30 years ago, even. Certainly way different than it was in the 70s or 60s. So that's why I say be careful out there. There's a lot of people that are what I would call cyber bullies, or using electronic information about you to just make things hard. And that's sad, because we used to just be people, not data. But now everything's,
what is the data? I am a slave. I am a believer in data, 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 data.
Well, whatever floats your boat, right? Okay, greetings Capricorn. Your key phrases I use. What's it look like? Gemini time is about working on your health. It's about serving others. It's helping others. It's making donation. And that's how we make good karma in our life. Saturn is in Aries. It's kind of a debilitated place for Saturn, but it is with Neptune. And it shows that if we humble ourselves and pray, if we look to God more and really give him thanks, all the aspects, the feminine aspect of God as well as the masculine, all of it, because it takes all for there to be creation. It's not just one, folks. And we need each other in these times more than ever. So we need to elevate each other, uplift each other, help each other. That's where it's really at. Everything else is just too sad. And Venus and Uranus in the 5th house. I mean, if it's been a while since you've had a love relationship going, I mean, this is kind of fuel to inspire more heart opening, more love. It also can inspire you with your children to be more involved with them, do good things with them. And you're making positive agreements, good contracts with Mercury and Jupiter right now. So if you're buying a house, signing a contract of any type, this is good for Capricorn. Greetings Aquarius, and welcome to your horoscope. Okay, so that tension with Mars in the 7th house is going to dissipate somewhat. It's going to, Mars is going to go into the 8th house, which sometimes can lead to impatience, and just unseen karma with previous violent outbursts or things from a past life or a life we just don't know about or remember about. And, sometimes God allows us to go through a test. And I think everything that helps you be more patient, more loving. Don't feed yourself with the news right now. Don't feed yourself with retribution. Feed yourself with love. Feed yourself with resolution. Feed yourself with forgiveness and with positive affirmations. You're in a more introspective place right now, Aquarius. I mean, you're really working on your inner life, and right now you're working on the heart, because that's what the 5th house does. And so a lot of heart healing is going to go down right now. And I just want you to have maximum heart healing and just feel the love, and that your health will improve. Everything you need is going to come to you in a good way. And, there'll be some people that may present things that are kind of shadowy. You got to just kind of take it all with a grain of salt. Not everyone's on, in their lane. And I'm trying to stay in my lane. All right, and make friends. Make friends with people that are older. Make friends with people that are spiritually inclined. That's good medicine right now. All right, greetings Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope. Okay, so we got this whole Neptune-Saturn thing in Aries in the 2nd house. So it's really working on revamping your finances, revamping your relationship with your family, revamping your relationship with your word, with your voice, keeping positive things. It's really hard not to just, sometimes I fall prey to my own negative self-speak, and we all need help sometime. And so I say, give yourself some positive self-speak. I really want to see you thriving. I want to see you enjoying all the good things in life around you. I want you to feel complete and utter blessing envelop your being. and you are a blessing to others, and you demonstrate so much empathy and kindness. Keep that empathy and kindness going to yourself and to others, and try not to be reactionary. I've noticed there's a lot of this that, oh, they said this, so I'm going to do that. That is kind of the poor people's mindset. It is the sinner mindset. It is the mindset that we're not overcoming that way. We're just letting other people's behavior determine who we are. Don't do that this week. This week, determine your own behavior, how you're going to be even in trying situations. Don't fight fire with fire. Fight it with water. Don't fight hate with more hate. Fight it with love. Fight it with peace. Fight it with resolution and a calmness, spirit of patience. I love you all, and I look forward to seeing you. I want to thank the people like Wordsley and Nicole and John and Colleen and Shant, and yeah, I'm looking forward from hearing from all of you. Much love. Om Shanti 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 Om Tat Sat.